Ever wondered how a single rule could impact unions and employment rules across the country? Well, let's talk about the National Labor Relations Board rule, or NLRB for short. This rule plays a pivotal role in defining the relationship between employers and employees. It shapes the way we work, and most importantly, it influences the collective bargaining power of unions. It's a cornerstone of labor rights. But what happens when such a crucial rule gets overturned? Recently, a federal court overturned the NLRB rule, a move that sent ripples through the employment landscape. This rule, introduced by the National Labor Relations Board, was designed to expand the definition of joint employer, allowing more workers to bargain collectively. However, the court's decision to reverse this rule was driven by a desire to maintain a tighter control on the definition of employment. The immediate implication of this overturning is a shift in the dynamics of employer-employee relationships, with fewer employers now falling under the joint employer category. This means fewer employees can now band together to bargain for better working conditions. But the story doesn't end here. This decision, however, has far-reaching implications. The overturning of the NLRB rule is a game-changer, but what does this mean for unions and employment rules? Let's start with unions. They've always been pivotal in protecting workers' rights, but this change could impact their collective bargaining power. If companies are no longer considered joint employers, they might not be held responsible for certain labor practices. This could potentially dilute the union's ability to negotiate better working conditions and wages. Now let's talk about employment rules. This decision could instigate a shift in the employer-employee dynamics. If businesses are not obligated to answer for their subcontractors' labor practices, it might allow for more flexibility in employment contracts. However, it also carries the risk of creating a more fragmented workforce. Only time will reveal the full extent of this rule's reversal, but one thing is certain. The employment landscape is set for some significant changes. Let's quickly recap what we've discussed today. We dove into the significance of the NLRB rule, a crucial regulation that has shaped our labor landscape. We then explored the recent decision to overturn this rule, a move that could potentially alter the dynamics of employment. Lastly, we discussed the possible impacts that this change could have on unions and future employment rules. It's a complex scenario with far-reaching implications. Stay informed, stay prepared, and remember, every rule change brings new opportunities and challenges. Thank you for being a part of the Goatwater Forum, and may your mind stay agile and adaptable. Before you go, subscribe, like and click the notification bell. It is helpful with getting more content exposure.